Hey guys, what is up? It is SSD Middleman here with GuidesForUsAll, and today we're going to be checking out Warframe's newest melee weapon, the Gazal Machete. First off, to get this weapon, you're going to need to research it in the Tenno lab in your dojo. It'll take 5,000 credits, 2 neurodes, 500 salvage, 300 alloy plates, and 50 plastids times the multiplier of whatever barracks you have. Then you'll have to craft the weapon. The crafting requirements are currently unknown, and from this point on, I'm just going to call this weapon the Gazal, as I feel adding the machete part to the end is rather repetitive. The Gazal has a very unique effect, as it pairs with the Jin Sentinel quite well. When an enemy is killed with the Gazal, it will add extra corrosive damage to the Jin's radio corrosive blast. Also, when the Jin casts Fatal Attraction, the Gazal will gain extra corrosive damage for a short period of time. Basically, these two will buff each other constantly whilst in combat. The Gazal has some decent stats, I'll throw those up on the screen now. It's primarily a slash weapon and has 25% status chance, which is what we'll build off of in my mod setup. Do note, my mod setups are known to be imperfect, and I recommend you play around with your own or look up ones made by more experienced modders. I used Pressure Point and Berserker for obvious reasons. I threw on Blood Rush to allow me to get critical hits more often. I used Body Count to allow for longer combos, Organ Shatter for more critical damage, and then I used 3 of the dual stat / elemental mods to give the Gazal corrosive and heat damage. You could give up the Organ Shatter mod for another status / elemental mod, which would bring the status chance up even higher and give the weapon more elemental damage, but I liked the enhanced crit multiplier. In combat, I found this weapon to actually be okay. The machetes overall are a pretty lackluster class of weapons, but this one is probably my favorite out of all of them. It holds its own in mid to high level missions, but definitely isn't endgame material. I like the way the Gazal synergizes with the Jin. If I'm being honest though, I wasn't able to notice a huge change in damage for the Jin or the Gazal when they buffed each other, although I still like the effect. This may not be the new meta, but it's still fun. It's also no coincidence that they released this weapon with the Vacuum Within update. There's a clear push to incentivize you to use other Sentinels, and I can appreciate that. One small complaint I have about this weapon is with the way it looks. It looks pretty cool normally, but when you color it, it almost looks like a plastic toy or something you'd find at Walmart, which is a bit off-putting. All in all, this is one of the best, if not the best machete currently available in the game, but the whole class of machetes are still just a little bit lackluster. They're missing that little oomph. Maybe a new stance mod could bring back life to the machetes, but for the time being, you're probably going to want to avoid these unless you really want a good machete. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like rating down below and subscribe to see some more videos in the future, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.